Good morning. There are some 20 pounds, euros here. Good morning, I'm Clara Dorodi, and this morning I'm going to talk to you about a huge topic. The topic is business strategy, profitability, and corporate governance in the new world of artificial intelligence. I'm going to tell you a few words about me so you understand why I have the privilege of standing here in front of you. I founded my first business together with two engineers, turning down KPMG and Citi back in the day, straight out of university. I sold that business, then I joined financial services in London, where I cut my teeth building a business and being part of a company which built a business from 20 people to 350 people, from 200 million to 15 billion. And then I resigned from financial services, and then I went into academia to research the intersection of artificial intelligence, neuroscience, and wealth management, because I knew that if we don't understand how this technology impacts humans, we won't be able to design the tech to help our customers. And then I learned how to code. So this is my story. And then I wrote a book where I talk about the subject, which I'm going to share with you today in only 15 minutes. 340 pages, 2 years of my life, 180 executives interviewed. This is the place where all the information decision makers have. Why I did that? Because I worked with board of directors, I advise regulators, I advise policymakers, and there is not a clear understanding of all the implications this technology has in our industry. At Cognitive Finance, the company I founded, we are building an ecosystem. We call it Ethical AI for Financial Services Ecosystem, which sits on 3 legs. And I'll explain to you why, because this the same ecosystem we're helping our clients in financial services build. We do board advisory and management consultancy, and we get into educating, informing impartially what people need to know at the decision-making level. We do data science advisory too. But then we also work with a select group of AI startups, which we believe they're designing what we call ethical AI. That is the criteria for which we back these people. And you'll see why in a slide down the line in my presentation. Algorithms have parents, because everything, whoever we are, our moral compass gets through the way we design the systems. So today we'll talk about what is AI, very briefly. I'll talk to you about the impact of this technology, very briefly, and a few challenges. Please don't use machine learning and AI in the same sentence. This is why. And I spent an enormous amount of time discussing it with computer scientists. And this is where a lot of confusion appears. Yesterday in a presentation, I heard someone saying, we are deploying natural language processing and artificial intelligence to extract text. How is that even correct? Why do we need to confuse people when there is a lot of confusion anyway? So I'm a believer in building things which are simple for everyone to understand. Do not use machine learning and any of those subsets together with artificial intelligence in one sentence. So we're at a place in our history where not a long time ago, actually around 2014-15, a revolution started. It's the deep learning revolution, and it's a true revolution. Because even this guy, the founder of Google, even he was taken by surprise. So can you imagine how we, in our industry, how board of directors, how our CEOs actually feel? The speed of change is so unprecedented. Not only that, we have to keep up with emails every day and continue to do our job, but we need to stay ahead of the curve to understand where the industry is going, where the technology is going. But not all technology being produced and being used is equal, because in some instances, it's quite, that technology like natural language processing, it's commercially viable, it has human parity in terms of accuracy. Same with image processing, but conversational AI is not there yet. Reinforcement learning is not there yet, and that's a place where you need to keep your eyes on going forward. So the purpose of this slide is for you to understand that you have 3 stages in designing how you deploy this technology to make sense in your business. See what is already commercially viable, design and prepare for what is nearing commercialization, and build a house which is able to carry on technology which is being developed in AI labs, like reinforcement learning. These are just some examples to give you an understanding of the scale. The impact in our industry is threefold: business strategy, corporate governance, and profitability. Business strategy is everything and anything which dictates how we design the AI strategy. I see people deploying the lowest hanging fruit because this is what their consultants advise them. That's wrong. When you do that, you continue to perpetuate what we know in our industry as being one of our most challenging hurdles to overcome. Siloed data, siloed communication. So when you do lowest hanging fruit, let's just do something here in a little project, see how it works, and then we go to the board, and then we show them how it works, and then, hang on, we can't scale it. I've heard this scenario many times. And I'll tell you why that happens. Because there is no long-term strategy as to what the business wants to achieve in terms of business progress and growth. Technology is a tool to support the business, not a toy to engage and have fun in excellence centers. Technology in our industry is a serious tool. It's like what I tell my son when he took his first driving lessons for his driving license. I said to him, driving a car is a huge responsibility. It's not fun. You're responsible for your life, your passenger's life, and everyone else around you on the road. It's the same thing with technology. The next big thing which impacts the thinking is that technology has to follow business strategy. So we need to know as a business, and that's why we need the sign-up and the support from the board of directors. And that's why we spend our time at that level to help them work out where they want to be with the technology they have in hands today and tomorrow. So technology follows business strategy, not the other way around. Otherwise, you do quilting. You do something for fun, which won't deliver results. Guess what? 75%, according to McKinsey, of the money spent on digital transformation in our industry goes to waste. And that's McKinsey numbers. So why is that? Because when you deploy technology and then you see no results, you go back to your board, and they say to you, okay, so what have you done with the millions we signed off last year? Well, nothing. So that's not good. And that's when the board loses trust in this technology, and that's when the company actually is getting slowed down. Corporate governance is a big area, which is really important to understand the true and deep implications this technology has in how we deliver the risk management function. And then profitability, because obviously if we're not profitable, then we're not a business. We will disappear. So the work we do is around deployment of ethical AI for business growth and profitability. If you don't do this, then everything is just a fun game for a few years without any impact. Challenges. This is challenge number 1. It's your board of directors. 24% of the board of directors interviewed by MIT last year indicated that they have some sort of technology background. 24%. The same report from MIT indicated that if a board of director, irrespective of the sector, has at least one technology-savvy board of director, they are likely to deliver on a yearly basis 38% return on assets. But that's big, huge numbers. And if you compound that every year, you can see why the people who actually do things right from the beginning will be ahead of the game. 94% of the bank's leadership, according to research we did at the end of 2017, we published it in 2018, 94%, according to their accounts published at the end of the year, they had zero technology experience in our industry. I doubt they turned experts since 2018. 93% of the CEOs interviewed are disappointed in tech projects. And that's according to IDC survey. And as I mentioned earlier, 75% of the transformation projects go to fail. These are staggering numbers. If you go to any numbers like this to your board, what's the likelihood you're going to get any sign-off for any meaningful transformation? Because with these numbers, you get to do what I've called earlier patchwork, quilting. You build a big quilt, small little patches, disjointed. Let's just put a piece of this there. Let's just do something in the back office. Oh, fraud detection. Let's just do something there. But that's not the way to do it. The next big challenge is governance and ethics. The two are married forever. If we want to deploy this technology meaningfully, we need to ensure that this marriage is a happy one, where both parties are heard and saw and seen. Coming back to the same slide here, explainability, auditability, and accountability of systems. That's the basis of this happy marriage. We need to build systems inside of our organizations which are solid. They protect us from the inside, and they protect us from outside attacks. So you can see how important it is, the work we do in financial services. Financial data on our people, on our customers, is highly sensitive. And we need to treat it as such and protect it as such. And we need to build the systems to be robust. And that's why the companies we bet on are AI startups which understand these challenges, and they have the moral compass to build tools which are robust and helpful. I mentioned to you earlier, algorithms have parents. Because every bias, every conditioning which we have comes through the way we generate the data and the way we design systems. So this is very important. Why so important? Because some people actually promote the idea of delivering, of building, and giving legal personhood to systems, to algorithms. So if you give legal personhood to systems, then humans are not responsible for that. Huge discussion in the legal and ethical circles on this narrative. I wanted to flag it up to you so you know that it exists.
Open door.
Door open.
Radio on.
Playing radio.
Lights.
Lights on.
Protein shake.
Making protein shake.
New York.
Loading New York. Set speed.
4.
4.
6.
6. 16.
4.
Error.
16. 4.
4. Correction. 16.
Oh, hey, Brian. Hoera.
And I was
Up.
Nein, down.
Lights down.
Time is up when you turn around.
Yeah, I'm done.
only 16. Only 16.
4.
Og fra en klassiker til en annen, her er Summer of 69.
So this is another challenge we have, context. And a company I mentioned to you at the end of my presentation, Altilia, they are very good at understanding context. So all of this and more, it's in my book. And this is one of the companies which I would recommend that you connect with on your Brella app and see the type of ethical AI they do, including ESG scoring and all other valuable work, including upgrading RPA systems, but with a really strong ethical AI definition. So with that, I'd like to thank you for your attention. I need to go now, and I look forward to staying in touch with all of you, if possible. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.